Hey friends, it's been a minute again. I've been super focused on patchwork these past few weeks. Just cutting, digitizing, stitching, repeat. Some days I'll be like, yes, she's perfect. And then the next morning I'll be like, wait, is she though? So yeah, it turned into a whole cycle of tweaking, second guessing, and making tiny changes that probably no one else would even notice. And now, somehow 2 months have gone by. Classic overthinker behavior. The good news is I'm finally happy with how everything turned out. They look so cute. Some pieces are already live on the site, the rest are dropping later this month. So in today's video, I'm gonna show you some behind the scenes of making these patchwork pieces while we chat about life, personal stuff, swampist stuff, all of it. Grab a drink, pick up your favorite craft, fold some laundry, whatever makes you comfy, and let's catch up. Shout out to Kiddo for sponsoring today's video. I've been running my low clothing brand Overthinker Apparel for a few years now, and to be honest, sometimes sticking to one brand aesthetic makes me feel stuck. So this year my motto is less overthinking, more doing. I've always wanted to do cowboy theme, and spoiler alert, Kiddo, our sponsor today, helped me bring it to life. The whole process was super fun and easy. First, I searched for cowboy-ish elements, but nothing matched the exact look I had in mind. Thankfully, Kiddo's latest update makes it so easy to fine-tune the details. I deleted the parts I didn't need, changed colors, adjusted shapes, and even drew directly on the design. The best part, Kiddo now lets you collaborate. I invited my artist to the art board. She could edit directly, and I gave real-time feedback so we stay on the same page. The whole process was so smooth and she totally killed it. Now for the finishing touches. I kept the background simple with a few doodles, but if you're feeling extra, Kiddo also lets you build custom patterns using the shape builder by combining or subtracting shapes. For the text, I love browsing the templates. Once I find a layout I like, I just copy and paste and swap out the words. Easy. Now let's do a final check on the mockups. They look so good. If you're a small business owner and want to try it out, sign up today and get 25% off any Kiddo plan with my code OverthinkerYT. I don't know about you, but my For You page lately has been full of the cutest patchwork designs, and I'm over here straight up drooling. People are so creative and talented. I've been wanting to make my own version so bad. Perfect timing, my artist just sent over the final design. Time to go fabric shopping. And with Joann stores closing nationwide, it's honestly been kind of tough finding stuff locally and in small quantities. Last time I went, they had a 2-yard minimum, and I ended up spending over $300 on fabric alone. Definitely not in the plan and way over budget. But hey, it's still cheaper than most options online, so a win is a win. Anyway, now that I'm stocked up, prepare to be sick of me because I'll definitely be making more fun projects with these. If you got any ideas or things you want to see me try, let me know in the comments. Also, side note, did I ever tell you I've been learning how to digitize lately? Like around the same time I was fabric hunting, I started messing around with it, and now it legit feels like I've unlocked a new superpower. I used to outsource digitizing. The software looks scary and the process low-key boring. It's basically just tracing but for stitches. So I was like, yeah, no, the pros can handle that. They're faster, better, and I wasn't about to force myself to learn something I wasn't even into. But then I fell down a rabbit hole of people making the cutest little embroidery projects, not just adding designs to tees, but making full-on things. And I got obsessed. Like I spent way too many late nights binging YouTube tutorials back to back. I even made a few random side projects, but didn't really know what to do with them. They were cute, but not super functional, kind of messy to make, and super time consuming. So I said goodbye to that era for a bit. But now that patchwork is trending again, yeah, I'm locked in. Patchwork and applique are basically the same in the embroidery world, but the vibe's a little different. Applique tends to look really clean and structured, but I wanted that handmade feel, less polished, a little messy, but in the best way. And because I'm so specific about that vibe, I just knew I would need a million revisions to get it right. And I really wasn't trying to wait 24 hours every single time for edits for my digitizer. So I was like, fine, I'll do it myself. And that's kind of how I managed to do sewing projects without actually knowing how to sew. Speaking of, what do we think of this little patchwork cat holding a fish bouquet? We made her as a reminder to all the girlies, buy yourself flowers or a fish bouquet because you deserve to be spoiled by you, no occasion needed. After tons of micro adjustments, I finally got the embroidery file for my patchwork pieces just right. Next up, figuring out how to streamline the whole process so I don't lose my mind when things get busy. Since Patchwork is way more hands-on than my usual embroidery stuff and I'm doing everything solo in-house, I knew I had to work smarter, not harder. I want to make sure everything's high quality, orders ship out on time, and I don't lose my mind halfway through launch. So here's what's been saving me lately. Batch cutting all the fabrics and writing down literally every step. The stitching part, easy. The machine's got it. But the prep, that's what eats up all the time. So now I treat it like meal prepping. I wash, cut, prep all my ingredients and store them so they're ready to go. That way, when it's time to cook, I just pull out what I need and focus on supervising the machines instead of running around like a headless chicken. Way less chaos, way more flow. And the other lifesaver, keeping track of everything. Every step, every detail, mistakes to avoid, where the placement lines go, what colors I use. I document it like I'm training an employee, even though I am the only employee. I do it because I hate the guessing game, and I know future me, if she has to figure it all out from scratch again, she's quitting. But now, whenever she clocks in, she knows exactly what to do. No more, was it this color or that one? Where did I place the design again? How did I even do that last time? We're done with that. And the best part, when I do hire someone down the line, I already have a playbook ready to go. Also, speaking of planning for the future, I did some quick math the other day and realized it's been almost 10 months since we moved to Vegas. Like how? It seriously does not feel like it's been that long. So do I regret dropping thousands to relocate my entire life? Honestly, not even a little. If anything, I wish I did it sooner. Life here just feels so chill and I actually love it. I know when people think Vegas, they picture the strip, the shows, the clubs, the slot machines, but plot twist, locals don't really go there. I've fully fallen for the quiet side of Vegas, the sunshine, the space, the peacefulness. It's giving cozy suburb energy and I'm so here for it. Plus, driving here is actually kind of therapeutic. The roads are wide, there's barely any traffic, and everything's close by. No more wasting half the day in a car. My driving anxiety has genuinely chilled out since moving. And from a business perspective, no state income tax, way more space for way less money. It just makes sense. Back in Washington, I was paying almost $3,000 for a 3-bedroom apartment. Now I pay less for a full house. The extra space and savings, total game changer for my business. What started as I just want to escape the rain kind of move, now low-key feels like somewhere I could actually stay long term. So yeah, zero regrets. Also, have you ever wondered how we're still getting orders even though we barely post? Because same. Like, not gonna lie, our socials has been kinda dead, and even though I want to be consistent, I'm just not there yet. But somehow orders still came in, and I was like, wait, where are these even coming from? Turns out SEO has been quietly carrying us this whole time. I used to think if I stopped posting, the orders would stop too, because I assumed content was the only thing bringing people in. And sure, content helps, but it's not the whole story. Somehow people were still finding my stuff on Google and Pinterest, and it all started because one day, probably out of boredom, I connected my Shopify to Google and Pinterest, tweaked a few product titles and descriptions, and accidentally SEO my way into passive traffic. If you're not familiar, SEO is basically just using the same words your customers are already typing. Like if someone searches cute embroidery sweatshirts on Google or Pinterest, your product is way more likely to show up if those same words are in your listing. It sounds kinda techy, but it's actually super simple, and once it's set up, it keeps working quietly in the background, unlike social posts that disappear after a couple days. So if you're tired of relying on viral videos or posting 24/7 just to make sales, this is your sign. Optimize your listings, use the words your target audience are already searching, make your stuff easier to find. It might not blow up your shop overnight, but it's nice knowing SEO's got your back while you figure everything else out. Okay, that's it for today. Still got a few more things to prep before the next drop, so wish me luck. Thanks for hanging out with me while I work. Hope this video felt like a little cozy break in your day. If you want to see more of the chaos or be the first to know when the new pieces go live, come hang on Instagram. I'm way more active over there. Also, shout out to Kiddo for being that girl. Their new features for real made designing 100 times easier. See you in the next vlog. Take care of yourself and remember, you deserve to be spoiled.